Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynn. Today I have this house for you guys. It is a lake house mansion. It has 9 bedrooms and God knows how many bathrooms. It has loads and loads of bathrooms in it. So it took me about maybe 3 days to build and furnish this house. Actual building took me about half an hour, and then furnishing, as you can imagine, it took me heaps and heaps of time. So if you have not seen on my channel page or on my Facebook, I now have a Pinterest account. And if you guys want, you can all follow me. Pinterest is a social network site. Uh, it's a little bit like Instagram. You can post pictures, and it also has like a bit of a blogish aspect to it. So I will leave the link of that in the description. Before I post any houses on YouTube, I do tend to show a few sneaky screenshots of the upcoming builds. There is a board that is called upcoming builds as well there. So if you follow me, then you'll get access to all of that. So like I said, this house did take me quite a lot of time to build and to furnish and landscape and everything like that. If you are building a very large house, you need to take account that it does take a lot of time and that you need to be patient and you need just go for it. I mean, there are a lot of things that I hate building and furnishing, such as bathrooms. I always leave bathrooms till the end, to be honest. Because it gets very repetitive, especially if you're like me and if you are constantly building and furnishing. It does get a little bit boring, to be honest. But I listen to some YouTube videos or some podcasts or stuff like that just in the background, and I build whenever I can. I do it in like 1 hour each time maybe, so it won't be getting too daunting, because sometimes it is pretty daunting because you have built this huge amazing house, but you don't really feel like furnishing it. If we had creative style, it would be a lot different, like we had in The Sims 3. If you don't know what that is, in The Sims 3 we had the option to pick an object and change the color of that object using a color wheel or using different fabrics and textures. It did make the game lag a lot, but it did give you the ability to personalize a house a lot more than you actually can in The Sims 4. In The Sims 4 we have called swatches, so each object has a certain number of colors, but then again it doesn't really allow you to showcase different personalities of people, of Sims in this case, that might be living in the house. At least a color wheel I think would be nice, but then again, I am the kind of person, I love prints, I love textures, and we don't really get that in The Sims 4. A lot of prints that you do have, the colors are very strong, such as the things that came with what's it called, the movie Hangout stuff back. I mean, it has a lot of different prints, but the colors are very very loud, very out there, and it's a very specific bohemic style. So it is quite frustrating sometimes, but you just need to try to make it work. One way I do to not get really tired of building is I build different styles in different times. So last house I built was modern, and now I felt like doing something more traditional, so I did that as well. For me personally, I don't really like traditional style, but I try to pick in that style the things that I do like, because it's not everything that I don't like. Like for example, this house has a lot of wood paneling and wood floorings, and it does have um, very traditional aspects to it. If you do not like it, if you would like to make it a little bit more modern, you can do that as well. You can just delete the furnishings and just use more recent sofas and stuff like that. So just like to add to this as well that we are building a basement right now. There's a lot of footage that I cut out because the video was just getting way too long, and no one wants to sit through a 30-minute video, and it is long as it is right now. So I cut out a lot of footage of bedrooms and the basement, but you get to see that in the screenshots in the end. So the basement, I made like a man cave or an entertaining zone or whatever you want to call it. It has like a huge TV screen. It has a bar, some counters. It does have a bathroom as well. It has entry through the house, and outside of the house it has like a little gate where you can go down like that as well. Then on the ground floor you have a huge lounge area that has different specific areas, like a reading nook, and it has like formal sitting, and then it has like the TV area. You have also a kids playroom slash study room, and I say study room as well because you get another playroom upstairs as well. Upstairs is mainly dedicated to playing, so it has toys and special mats, and stuff like that. Downstairs it has like desks and games and stuff like that. You also have a small gym. You also have an art room where you have 3 different easels, some canvases, and you also get the woodworking table. What do you have more? Let me check. You have a huge dining room and kitchen. It is really, really big. I did initially use stone floors, but I changed that to wood because the lighting was very, very weird. It got really yellow and really bright because we did have light counters, but then the walls looked really dark, and the lighting engine was just making me have a difficult time to furnish this room. So I did make a few adjustments at the end. You do also have a garage that has an entryway that leads up to this huge hallway. So I don't know if you have noticed, but older, more traditional houses tend to have really long and narrow hallways, which for me, to be honest, it's a little bit creepy. uh, I don't really like really long hallways. I find it a bit scary. I keep watching over my shoulder, uh, but that's just me. Uh, Anyways, you do know that cars are not a thing in The Sims 4, but for me, my houses, I like to make them realistic. Um, and I mean, we never know. In the future, we might get cars. So I always, not always, but I normally try to add a parking space, a garage, or something like this. This is like a open garage that has a door that leads into that hallway. If you don't know how to make garages, parking spaces, stuff like that, you can go over to my channel. I have a tutorial video called How to Build Garages in The Sims 4, and there I will show it. The cars that I use are toys that I scale up and I make them pretty big, and just to give it the illusion of having a car there. This house was actually inspired in a house that I saw in a home decor magazine. It is not completely the same as it is because you try to add things and do things your own way, but some few ideas I took from that. And if there is one thing that I had in mind for this house is to have a grand entrance. I wanted to make it look like, very important, like people that live here have a lot of money, traditional family, something like that. The thing that I did took from the house, the actual house, was that they didn't really have a back garden. They only had like the huge field at the front of the house, and then at the back of the house, they had a lake or a river or whatever it was. I did actually add a little space on the back of the house as well, so you do have some space where you can have outdoor activities. It does have a small swimming pool, a little porch, a grill, to have barbecues and stuff like that. If you would like to have a bigger back garden, all you have to do is just move the house forward a little bit, and just put more tiles. Now, I don't know if you have ever seen or if you have noticed in The Sims 4, there is a very, very annoying glitch that terrain is not completely level, so it won't let you add floor tiles to floor. Um, and that is just like, oh my goodness, it's so annoying. I mean, it's not level and we do not get terrain editing tools, so there's basically nothing you can do about that. So if it doesn't go, then it doesn't go. So it was like brick flooring, like very red brick flooring. Thankfully, there is a spray paint or a terrain paint that has that same color and shape as well. The only thing is that when the lighting goes down, like when it's evening or nighttime, you can see it, like it does bring out different colors during the night, which is quite annoying, but there's absolutely nothing I could have done about that. So just going back to the subject of Pinterest again, I have actually a Instagram account as well. I never use it though, ever, ever. I don't use it. Um, it's not my thing really. I've tried it. Um, I don't really get the hang of it, so I just leave it, Um, but someone told me, like, why won't you use Pinterest? And I have seen that a lot of things that I Google for on the Google, when I Google stuff, a lot of stuff comes up on Pinterest. So I decided to have a go at it myself, and I must say that I am really enjoying it. I'm really liking it. I have 3 boards at the moment, nothing too spectacular, but as time goes by, I will be posting there um, all of the screenshots before the houses come up or anything Sims related. My account is pinterest.com/Sims Designs. That's just, you need to type that in and you can find me. If you do have one. If you don't, you can check it out and see it and see if you like it and maybe have a Pinterest account. And this is not sponsored by it. I do like it though. So as you can see, we are making this one of the bathrooms where I elaborate the most. I put a lot of detail into one specific bathroom, and the others are a bit more generalized, just basic stuff that you would need in a bathroom, nothing too fancy. Because like I said, bathrooms and bedrooms are for me the most tedious things to furnish, especially bedrooms, to be honest. If I'm not having like a sim in mind, it is quite boring for me to make a lot of bedrooms. Especially, it frustrates me that we don't get a lot of variety when it comes to the bedroom department, and that is not a sexual pun, that is like the reality. We don't have a lot of beds, and the covers that comes with it, sometimes they are really not good looking, let's just say like that. um So it does frustrate me a lot. The things that I like to do the most is actually building and landscaping. I really love doing landscaping as well. And in regards to furnishing, maybe kitchens and, you know, lounges maybe. Um, it does get quite hard when you have such a large house to furnish. When it is little bits, one bedroom, two bedroom, I get really personalized and I detail every single available space. The houses get very detailed because I have more patience and more time to go over that little things. When it comes to large houses like these, you just want it to finish. It's like, oh, just one bedroom and I'm done. Just one bathroom and I'm done. It gets a bit hard, especially when, if you are like me and if you have to upload it to YouTube or to the gallery, because people are expecting it to be there. It does put on quite a bit of pressure. Um, but I do enjoy it, and I like to see that you know in the final stages when you take the screenshots, it's like, yes, this is what I wanted, what I envisioned, and now it's here, and you guys can go and download it and enjoy it. I know there's a lot of people out of there, not out of there, but out there, that really love playing The Sims, but you don't really have the patience, or you don't really know how to build like really extensively in The Sims. But everyone likes pretty houses. I mean, who doesn't? Everyone does. Everyone likes pretty houses and well furnished houses. So I guess you can appreciate that. A lot of people also say that they really like to furnish, but they don't know how to build properly. Then what they do is they download my houses, they delete the furnishing, and they furnish the houses themselves. And that is fine. Everyone has a different style and aesthetic, and I used to do that as well. Some houses I was just like, I wonder if I put here this and that and make it a little bit different. And that is really cool to see. If you haven't seen it, the contest that I made a few weeks ago, the winners were revealed in the previous video. So if you have submitted a house, or if you are curious to see who won, you can check back to that video. It's called #Sims Designs Contests Winners Reveal. So you can always check that and see if you got a place. And there I could really see that with one build, people see a lot of different things. There was even someone that made it a traditional build from a very modern sketch that I had. So it's like, whoa, it's really good. So go check it out if you haven't. Um, Follow me on Pinterest and on Twitter if you want. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Download link, as always, is in the description box below. And please do subscribe if you are new here, because I do make videos every week. See you later, guys. Bye.